Welcome back, friends and family, to Math Time with me, Ms. X. I'm super excited to have you all here again. Let's go ahead and go straight into our objective for today. Alrighty. So remember, our objective is always broken up into 3 different parts, so we know exactly how we're going to do something, what we need to understand, and why we're doing it or why it's important. So you may read with me or in your head as I read out loud to you. I can use different strategies like arrow way, make tens, add 10, and combine by place value to add double-digit numbers in order to work more efficiently. Let's go straight into our teacher model. We have a lot of work ahead of us.
All right, my friends, welcome to the teacher model. Today we have a number expression. Go ahead and take a look at it. Our number expression reads 24 plus 13. Now, first, we're going to show 24 with our cubes. So let's go ahead and do that. We're showing 24 with our cubes. Okay, and now we're going to show 13 with our cubes. Alright, so we have 24 plus 13. Now, we're going to combine our cubes to show the easiest way to find the total. How do you think we should add 24 and 13? Go ahead and pause here and talk to your friend or family member about how you would do it, and then we'll talk about it as a class together. Alright, welcome back, my friends. So, we can put the tens together and the ones together. That would give us 3 ones and, 4 ones. So let's go ahead and combine our ones. So we have the 4 ones and 3 ones. We combine them to give us 7 ones, and then we can just put our tens together. So 24 plus 13, when we combine it by place values, we have 3 tens and 7 ones, which gives us a total or whole of 37. Alrighty, so that's one way, and that's our strategy that we've used before. That's one way to combine our number sentence. We're going to go ahead and now show that in our drawings. So feel free to write this down along with me. It will probably be very helpful, my friends. So let's go ahead and do that. Split your paper in half, just like I have. Okay, and on this side, we're going to use our quick 10 drawings to show what we just did. So we had two tens and 4 ones to show 24. And then we had 1 10 and 3 ones. So let's go ahead and combine that, okay? So your new picture should look like this. 2 tens from the 24, 1 10 from the 13, and then we're going to draw 4 ones from 24, and then we're going to add an X. That's 1 from 13, and then another 1, and then another 1. So we have 4 ones and 3 ones. And we also did a fancy extra step that's needed. We separated it by 5 groups also. So make sure you do that and make sure your drawing looks exactly like mine. Okay, my friends, on this right hand side, we're going to do something a little bit different. Go ahead and write 24 plus 13 again. And this time it's going to be a little bit different. You guys have shown me that on the left side here, you guys can combine tens and tens and 1 and 1s super efficiently. So we're going to use that skill to add 24 and 13 today in a slightly different way. Let's add 10 from the 13 to 24 first. And watch me as I show you that. Okay. So remember we had 24, and let me go ahead and grab our 4 there. Remember we had 24, and that's how we showed it. Now, and we also had 13. So go ahead and take a look. Let's pause here. Now, 110, we're going to add that to the 24 we see here. So we're going to add 10 to 24. 110 more than 2 tens 4 is 3 tens 4. Now let me repeat that again. Okay, take a look. Take a close, careful look. We're adding the 10 from the 13 to the 24 here. 110 more than 2 tens 4 is 3 tens 4. What do I still need to add? I still need to add the 3 ones. And I see here that this is 34. So 34 and 3 is 37. We just used our expertise on tens by adding 110 to the 24, by adding the 110 to the 24 first. Let's use a number bond to show the same thing, okay? So make sure you're following closely. Move these over. Okay, so remember I asked you guys, we're going to take the 10 from the 13 and we're going to add it to the 24. We still remember that 3 is also the other part that makes up 13. So we're going to write 24, which is this, 24 plus 10 equals 34. And I see 30 here, 31, 32, 33, 34. So 34. And then we still have to add the 3 ones. So we're going to add 34 plus this 34 plus the 3 here, which equals 34, 35, 36, 37, 37. So our whole, or our total, and our solution is 37. Let's go ahead and write it in. 24 plus 13 equals 37. My friends, what did we do first? We added the 10 from the 13. So we broke apart 13 into 10 and 3, or 1 10 and 3 ones. We added the 10, which is shown in 24 plus 10. Next, we added the 3. 34 plus 3 equals 37. These are the 2 addition sentences that show how we added 110 first. I know that was super confusing, and it's slightly different from what we did with our drawing. We combined by tens and then we combined by ones first. Alright, my friends, so for our next teacher model, I have a different number expression. It reads 19 plus 15. Now, using the same strategy that we learned in the last teacher model, we're going to write that out on the left side. So make sure you leave space to write down 2 different ways on the left and right side, okay? So on the left side over here, we're going to use the same strategy that we used in the last teacher problem. So I have 19 represented here, and then I have 15 represented here. 19 and 10 is 20, and then that's 25, that's 4, 29, okay? So 19 and 10 is 29. We're going to write down 19 plus 15. We're going to break it up into 10 and 5, and remember, we just added, so 15 is broken up into the 10 and the 5, just like we have in our number bond here. And we're adding 10 to the So 19 plus 10 equals 29, and we know because we see 2 10s and 9 1s. Alright, what do we still have to add? We still have to add the 5 1s here to the 29. So let's go ahead and do that. 29 plus 5 equals, what should we do there, my friends? Pause here, tell a friend or family member, what do you think our solution is? Okay, welcome back, my friends. Now, before we go into the answer, we have to think about our strategies and the process of this. We can count on. So, we know that we have 29 here, and we can just go 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Our solution is 34. Counting on is one way to get it there, or to get to the solution. But there's a slightly different way that we can try. We know that 29 needs one more to make 30. So I'm going to take 1 from the 5 here, and I'm going to show that in my number bond. I'm going to show 1 and 4. I'm going to take 1 from the 5, and I'm going to add a bloop right here to complete a 10. And I know now that this is 20 and that was 29. I added 1 more to make 30, or to make a full 10. So I have 10, 20, 30, and 30. So right here, you'll see that right here. 30 and 4 is 34. Now we have the 3. Watch. Now we have 3 10s, and I'm going to connect them all. Now we have 3 10s, and I'm going to connect this last 10 to show you guys. We have 3 10s and 4 1s. That's 34. Alrighty, my friends, so you remember that I reminded you to split the paper in half, or to keep enough room for both sides, because we would be solving our problem 2 different ways. And we're going to go ahead and continue doing that, okay? So I want you guys to go ahead and write down the number sentence again on the right hand side. 19 plus 15. And this strategy is a little bit different. We still call this the make 10 strategy. It's not exactly the number 10, but it does make full 10s. And let me explain to you. So I'm going to break 15 up into 1 and 14, and I'm going to combine 19 and 1 to give me 20. So I'm writing 19 plus 1 equals 20. 20 plus 14 equals, remember, so 20 is the same as 2 10s, and then we have 1 10 and 14. That's 3 10s, and then we have 4 1s left. So our solution is 34, and make sure you go ahead and box that in on both sides. 19 plus 15 equals 34. Great job, my friends. And so this is another way to solve for an addition number sentence that has double digits for both addends. Alright, my friends, so for this next part, we are going to be looking at the arrow way. The arrow way is a fairly new strategy, and we're going to be introduced to it in this lesson. Okay, so take a close look. It's a way of us looking at and understanding our place values, both in tens and ones, before we move into our hundreds. Alrighty, let's go ahead and begin. And we can go ahead and split 15 up into 10 and 5, because we know that in 15 there is 1 10 and 5 ones. 1 10 is the same thing as 10. Okay, so now with the arrow way, we're paying close attention, and if it helps, I will go ahead and draw this. You don't need to do this part, but I'm doing this to show you guys so you know exactly how we're breaking up 15. We're breaking up 15 into 10 and 5 because there's 1 10 and 5 ones in the number 15. For the arrow way, it's important to see this because we're going to be using arrows to move up in our counting because we're adding. Ready? 19. We're going to add up, or we're going to use arrows and then we're going to draw a plus 10 on top. We know that 19 and 10 makes 29. And then we're going to draw another arrow. And we still have 5 left, so we're going to add 5. And look, we used both parts, 10 and 5 from 15. So 29 and 5 is going to give us 34. Using the arrow way again, this time a little bit differently. We're going to start with 19 again, and we're going to add 10 once more to give us 29. Now, what we can do, because we know we still have 5, we know that 5 does have 1 and 4 in it. So, what we can do is we can add 1 to get to 30, and then add 4 to get to 34. Again, our solution is the same. We just used the arrow to help us in different ways.
All right, friends and families, as you get ready to move into your independent practice and exit ticket, these are 3 reminders you need to keep in your head as you're going through it. Number 1, read the directions carefully. Page 323 is asking you to use the add 10 strategy. Number 2, on page 324, you should practice using the arrow way. It gives you the option of using number bonds or arrow way. The number bonds is helpful for you to see the place values by 10s and 1s, and then you should use the arrow way to help you think about how the number grows. And lastly, for the exit ticket, read each problem's directions carefully. This is really important so that you don't get anything mixed up. Don't forget to click the link in the description box below. It will take you to the worksheet. Don't worry about printing it. Just write down the problems on the worksheet and solve it on your own the best that you can. Good luck, my friends. I will see you in the next lesson.